What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the #1 trusted name in technology right now on YouTube, or maybe even the internet of in its entirety. There's been some crazy news going around, and I actually did a video like this, very similar to this, about like a couple years ago, and I figured there was a time to update it. A lot of people still have tons of questions about it, so I'm going to break down a full-on tutorial of how to install full-on Android on your iPhone. Now, there are a couple prerequisites. The Android Q beta does not work. Also, Android Marshmallow does not work either, so you will have to download a ROM, either Android Pie or Android Oreo. I would recommend those two since those are the most up-to-date versions of this where it will work. Some other prerequisites: make sure your iPhone is between iOS 10 and 12. The earlier version of this method worked with iOS 9.3.5 and iOS 8, but the updated version of this does not work, so make sure you're on iOS 10 to 12. Another prereq: make sure your iPhone at least has 50% battery life. If it has below 50%, most likely the install will fail, so kind of make sure you're above 50%. So make sure you charge your phone before that. Now, we're going to go through the iTunes method. This is probably the most popular one. This is the one I did before, and I'm not going to say I'm the founder of this, but I'm definitely going to say that I never saw a tutorial like this before, so I'm just going to take credit for it now. So make sure you have the most up-to-date version of iTunes, and this whole entire process is super simple. So like I said before, all you want to do is download the specific ROM that you want. For my case, I downloaded the Samsung Galaxy TouchWiz ROM because TouchWiz, in my opinion, is the most cleanest, best version of Android, so that is the one that I'm specifically using, but you can go ahead and download stock Android if you like that. I feel like this is too minimal for me. I like TouchWiz a lot. The next thing you want to do is you want to download the IPSW file of your specific phone. So in my case, I had the iPhone 10, so I went ahead and downloaded that specific IPSW file. But again, if you have like an iPhone 7 or something, make sure you download the specific one you have. Now, what you want to do is you want to put both of those files, the Android ROM file as well as the iPhone system file, you want to put both of those in a specific zip file on your desktop. For mine, I don't remember what I called it, Android iOS or Android iPhone or whatever. And once you have both of those in a file, all you want to do is go ahead and open up iTunes. You want to make sure your device is connected, all that good stuff. Obviously, you wouldn't even open up iTunes if it wasn't connected. You want to go ahead and click up that little device icon up top, and you'll be presented a couple panels. What you want to do is click that lower left hand panel. You want to click movies, and right there you'll see most probably an empty list unless you have a bunch of movies on your iPhone for some reason. All you really need to do is drag that Android iOS folder that you made before. Make sure it's not zipped. Make sure the files inside of it are zipped though. You want to go ahead and drag that file straight up into the movies folder, and once you do that, you might see some things going on with your iPhone. It might look like your system failed, or it might not even look like anything happened. But what you want to do, and this is very, very important, you want to go to your iPhone, and as soon as you drag and drop that, you want to give it a couple of seconds. You want to go ahead and unplug your iPhone, and once you do that, you'll probably see a black box, and you'll go ahead and see the terminal open, and from there, you'll be presented the sign-in screen for your specific Android version ROM that you downloaded. Most likely, it will go ahead and skip the initial setup because it'll detect that from your iPhone, and then from there, you will have a full-on version of Android. This thing is full-on. It's not a light version. It's not like a light version of Android, a tester version, or anything like that was before. This is the full-on version of Android, and this is pretty crazy for one of two reasons. You don't have to constantly bring both phones with you, and for all of you Apple haters and Android haters, now you have the best of both worlds. Now, this isn't perfect. There's a lot of glitchiness. Sometimes the frames don't match up 100%. Sometimes you might scroll and it might mess up, but this is all good in the name of heart. And you can see my specific case. I mean, I set up my phone and everything. You can see I have a couple apps on it. I go through the Google Play Store, and the resolution isn't 100% perfect either. You can see that the home button and the status bar up top, there's a little bit of cropped. It doesn't fill up the screen all the way, which is expected to happen because the specific ROM that I downloaded for the iPhone 10, I mean, it's not going to work 100%. So if you want, you can go ahead and download a specific other ROM too. Now, if you're running this on an iPhone 8 Plus or like an iPhone 7 or something that doesn't have the gesture-based no home button design, I would probably recommend sticking with like a Nexus 6P ROM, Nexus 5X ROM, something like that around Android 7.0. That's a little bit before the gestures and stuff came out and was popular, so I'd probably recommend you to go stick with that ROM. But really, like I said, you can do pretty much everything you want with it. You might be asking yourself, how do you get out of this? Well, you can go ahead and reboot your device. That will not work. In order to fix it, you will actually have to factory reset your device, which is a shame, but it's all good. You know, I'd be willing to do it a couple times here and there. That's why I don't think a lot of people know about this method, is because you have to constantly factory reset your device in order to go back into iOS. But in my opinion, I really, really like this. Now, if you guys do have any questions or you run into any problems, please let me know in the comment section below. It was pretty foolproof in my method, but let me know if you have any problems. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video, but definitely hit that subscribe button. You guys already know every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.